Hello, hello. Welcome to the show. It's good to be back. Welcome to the RaeSide. Welcome to the RaeSide. We have a fantastic show lined up for us today. We're going to be doing some building and some making. It's going to be fantastic. So, let me know how your week's been. What have you been up to this week? What's been going on in the world? Let me know if you can hear echo. I feel like I can hear an echo. So let me know if you can hear that. But what a wonderful Star Wars week. We've had a couple of bits of Star Wars news come out. Of course, the Andor trailer was awesome. It was fantastic. It's been almost a week since the Andor trailer, which is amazing. It was such a fantastic trailer. Really, really enjoyable. Have you guys been rewatching it? Because I've been rewatching it like crazy. Get rid of that. I've been rewatching it like crazy. It is so exciting. It was so cinematic. It was so easily to pop it on again and have another watch of the trailer. It's getting very excited. Still a bit sad that we've got that date pushback, but I'm sure it's going to be amazing when it comes out. And we get 3 episodes when it comes out, when it premieres, which is gonna be fantastic. So make sure you say hi and how's your week going in the chat, in the comments, and we're gonna get making real soon. Now, I talked to Instagram like promised last week. I was gonna give you guys the option of what I make this week. And you guys voted. A lot of people voted, and it was fantastic. So again, if you don't follow me on social media, make sure you find me all at the RaeSide on Instagram and Twitter. It's all at the RaeSide as it's spelled. Welcome, Seriously Star Wars. Seriously Star Wars makes great content. If you want to know more about Funko Pops, toys, Star Wars toys, anything, go check them out. Doing great stuff. Thank you for joining in and coming along to the show. Seriously Star Wars, great to have you here. But yeah, so I took to Instagram this week and I got you guys to vote on what we should be building this week. And the votes are in. And as probably, it's on the thumbnail. It's on the thumbnail. We are doing the Millennium Falcon build. Now, this is an interesting one because it's apparently you don't need glue or solder. Not that I had that on hand anyway. But apparently you don't need solder or glue to put this together. So hopefully we can fold up. It's kind of like a metal origami. I think that's the kind of setup we're going with. I don't know, but I've got some tools with me. It didn't actually say you needed any tools, but I have some in case. I have some pliers with me. I have a screwdriver and I have a scalpel. I'm not sure what I'll be cutting and if I can even cut metal with that, but that's just in case there's anything tiny I need to get to. But we will get to that shortly. But it's been a good week. Welcome. Yeah, I haven't either. I've never built one of these. It's just a steel model kit. No glue required. To be fair, I have had this for a long time. Like I have had this in the cupboard for a while and I haven't built it. So it says it came out in 2017, which is a while ago. So I've had it for a while because it has that's like Force Awakens. Oh, maybe not. That's like Last Jedi packaging there. Well, 2017 was when Last Jedi came out. So Last Jedi packaging, which is cool. Man, makes me want to rewatch that. Makes me want to rewatch it. But it's going to be exciting. We're going to get into that real soon. But yeah, what else has happened in the news of Star Wars this week? A bit more rumblings from Acolyte has come out, which is exciting because we haven't heard much from Acolyte. Really, we've had Amanda Sandberg, is that her last name? Announced to be cast in Acolyte. I didn't know of that actor beforehand, but I obviously, when that got announced, had to look her up. And she seems really, really well talented. She seems really cool. So hopefully we get a bit more information from Acolyte. Lots of kind of conversations going around at the moment of who can be an Acolyte. And, I'm going to get Darth Plagueis, Darth Bane. There's lots of Darths and Sith characters out there that we haven't seen much of. And we could potentially see that in Acolyte. What else has happened in Star Wars news of the world of Star Wars this week? Welcome, Sevilla. Welcome to the show. Good to have you here, champion. But I guess the big thing has been everything coming out of Andor. Diego Luna making some comments. We've had some Ahsoka series rumble. See, this is the thing. It's like all rumblings as well. We had some rumblings of Ahsoka. Dave Filoni obviously being very involved in the series, making some comments. I was going to say hello there, but it was already used. Absolutely. Also, speaking of hello there, I got my Obi-Wan Kenobi shirt from Celebration on today. Very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. Speaking of Comic-Con season, convention season, I should say, is upon us. It's pumping everywhere. We had the San Diego Comic-Con. Was that weekend before last? That was crazy popular. And a bunch of, I think Boston is about to happen. We've got this big kind of row of massive conventions ahead of us, which is really, really cool. And of course, Ewan, I think he's going to be at Boston. And we saw some images come out of Vivian Lyra Blair being at convention. Some conventions, which is awesome to see. But that would be funny, being like 10 years old and like your job is to, well, not job, but like, a part of your job is to go to conventions and like people want to sign things of yours at age 10. I don't know if I would be able to process that at age 10. Absolutely. I thought I should have had this show. Well, the sequels. Fair take. That maybe that would please fans more. That's so funny. But yeah, I was just saying before, we've got sequel trilogy packaging here from 2017, Last Jedi. We're assuming. I think that's Rey's Last Jedi outfit. I'm pretty sure. So that's gotta love the sequel trilogy. We got to give it more love. There's a lot in the sequel trilogy that's incredibly enjoyable. That's the other thing. That's the other thing that came out this week. That's the other piece of Star Wars news. The Lego Star Wars special. The holiday, is it the holiday special? Summer vacation. That's it. Summer vacation. I'm hearing great things of it. I mean, I watched there was like the Thanksgiving one, and then there's the Halloween one. They were all really, really fun, really enjoyable, upbeat, really fantastic watches. So I haven't watched the Summer Vacation one yet, but if you have, let me recommend it. Is it a 10 out of 10 for you? Seriously, Star Wars has watched it. Pretty funny stuff in it. I hope so. Lego humor is like top tier humor to me. It is like 10 out of 10. Like, I love Lego humor so much. Fantastic. Do you think he used the Force to get that buff? That's a good question. I think he put in the hard work. It was all the smashing of his mask that made him that buff. Alrighty. Well, in a little while, we're gonna get the build going here, and of course we've got Action Cam here. But I've been having some trouble with it. So, you as the audience, you can help me make sure this is all set up correctly. And we've got Action Cam working as it should. Let's give it a look up. But it's fun. It's funny that I don't think I got this in 2017, but I think I got it, maybe it must have been soon after, but I've had it for a very, very long time. So I thought, upon watching the Industrial Light and Magic docuseries on Disney Plus called Light and Magic, this really inspired me to build something like this. If you haven't watched the docuseries already, I have a 4-minute video on my YouTube right now, posted last week, recommending it and giving you 3 reasons why you should watch the docuseries. So if you're on the fence about it, go watch that video, and I think I can convince you to watch the docuseries if you haven't already. If you have, let me know what you think. Was it good? Did I recommend it correctly? I loved the documentary. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. And it was worth the time. It's a 6-part series. Each part is like a decent amount of time too. Each part was about an hour. But it was worth it. I think I binged it over about 2 days, 2 sittings. I watched 3 episodes each day the other week, and it was worth it. It was fantastic. I loved it so much. Okay, let's get this going. Let's get action cam in here. Everybody loves action cam. What am I doing here? But the Industrial Light and Magic series was absolutely phenomenal. I loved it so much. And again, like I said, this is inspiring me to do this build today. So let's get action cam in here, and we're going to get started very shortly. How do we move this lengthways? All right, welcome in action cam. Beautiful. Okay, so here we go. Here's a bit. So it's fairly small, like like it's like the size of my hand. It's not the biggest thing in the world. So I think it might get a little fiddly at points. So if you ever saw it, it was really a miracle how the original Star Wars existed. Yeah, I mean that's one massive takeaway. I don't even know how to open this. One massive takeaway I got from the series is really they were on a thin edge. I mean, it's about in the first episode where they talk about creating the original Star Wars. I'm scared I'm gonna like tear it. Is it telling me to open it somewhere? I'm gonna maybe do it up here. It was really like 6 months and they still hadn't done all the visual. Oh no, I just stabbed Ray in the head. Oh my god. Oh god, that's fun. Let's do this. Let's just tear it. It's a miracle. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's a miracle it existed and it got to where it got to be. But it's a fantastic story of like I guess like kind of pursuit and a story of like persistence, I guess. That is satisfying. Isn't that satisfying? That's very just as is. That's very Star Warsy, isn't it? There was quite a stuff from Light and Magic that I didn't know. Yeah, that I remember. I think I remember saying that in my video that there was just so much that I had like no idea happened, and like even like I don't know about you guys, but I really thought I had like seen everything with Star Wars. Like I've seen all the, you get all the extra footage when you get the DVDs of Star Wars. Like I would watch that for hours, and I've watched Empire of Dreams and like 101 different other. This is looking a little complicated already. My goodness gracious, guys! I think we might be here a while. So grab a beverage, grab a snack, because I feel like this is going to take us a good minute. Okay, so, but yeah, the amount of footage in Light and Magic was just phenomenal. What? How do we get this out? This is phenomenal. Was just amazing. There was so much in there we just hadn't seen before, and that's what I find that amazing that there's just like so many years after, and we're still getting like new behind the scenes footage. Hang on, where do we start? Can you guys read? Can you just look at the map of the instructions? This is like the map to Exegol. My God, this is so intense. So, where's one? One? Is that a step? There's numbers. Oh, assembly flowchart. That's what we want. Jeez. Okay. Okay, so hold this up so we can be seeing it. Recommended tool. Wire cutters helpful for taking parts of the metal sheets. I don't have cutters, but I have pliers. What says pliers? Okay. Oh my gosh. This is incredibly difficult already. All right, let's just go for it. I think we just need to take a bullet. Quick, get your wayfinder. I know. This really tell me that this doesn't look like I've just opened up a map to Exegol. Like that. This is what that looks like. My goodness. All right, let's look at step one. See if we can kind of, just guess our way through this. So step one is the main circle parts, right? Okay. Put this over here. You can almost see it. So this is one up here. It's telling us to kind of, I've got to bend the circle parts. I think. But how do I get it out of the case? Can I just like snap it? Oh man, this is already too intense. Oh no, I'm already like bending it the wrong way. How do I do this? My pliers are like too thick for this. My gosh. Has anyone ever done one of these before? It's like one of those, yeah, I guess metal model builds. Usually they're like you can get plastic ones. I mean, we saw them in the ILM documentary. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna break something. That they kind of what do they call it? Kit bash. They kit bash things together to make kind of the textures of ships and things like that. Oh gee whiz. Okay. Wow. All right. I'm so scared of what I'm. So that's cool. So that's like the top. That's the top of the Millennium Falcon there. Nice bit of detailing. Whoa, push that down. All right. So apparently I like just bend it together. What does the blue dot mean? Insert tab and bend 90 degrees. So it's telling me, so I got to bend this together. And where the blue dot is, I got to insert it to the tabs. I think so. Throw out the instructions. Look, that would make for an entertaining build, but I do think I would be here forever if I do that. I think, okay, so they kind of bend it a little into a dome, which makes sense because it is a dome. Bend 90 degrees. Oh, do I got to bend the tabs? Oh, jeez. Are you guys ready for like a 4-hour stream? Because I can already tell that's how long it's going to take me. Let's just do it. Let's just do it for 4 hours. I got nothing on in the rest of the afternoon. Let's just do it. I don't know how well I'm going to be at talking and building this thing. Usually I'm pretty good, but usually it's like I'm making blue milk. That's easy to do. This is like challenged, accepted. Okay. I've done the first step of 30. Strap yourselves in. As I'm building this, no, but it looked way easy when it was. Tell me about it. It was like a tiny flat package. It's like, oh, a little thing. It's like the size of my hand. That looks so easy. This has escalated incredibly quickly. Welcome, Jimmy. Have you had a good weekend? Thank you. I finished Palm on the Duck. Loving it so far. Fantastic. Oh, and I like how that first episode ends. Excuse me. That first episode ends so funnily, where it's like George comes back to ILM in LA and he's like unhappy with like how far they've gotten, and that literally like the last shot is just George Lucas just being like, it's just so good. It's like I want that as a gift. Just George Lucas, so funny. What a guy. What a guy. Okay, step 1 done. Step 2. Oh, jeez. I'll show you each step as we go along. So, how close can I get you there? All right, step 2, it just says 2, 3, 4. So I feel like I have to find these parts and put it together to that thing. I'm making the gun. I'm making the gun. GL 1977. That's a meaningful statement. The story behind this GL 1977 is when I was like 10 years old, like when I first started getting into Star Wars, like maybe not 10, maybe like 12, 13. I started really getting into Star Wars, and I really wanted GL excuse me GL 77 tattooed on my arm. Even though that's cool, I'm glad I didn't get that tattooed. My gosh. I feel like there's cooler things you can get tattooed on your arm. Okay. How do you know what circle it is? Oh, man. Is it on this one? I feel like it's on this one. What? I'm scared. Wait, how do we know which piece is which, actually, now thinking about it? So I need one. Speaking of Star Wars tattoos, I do one day definitely want to get a Star Wars tattoo. I'm not sure what of, though. I can't settle on one, so I haven't gotten one yet. I think probably something Princess Leia based. Seeing as my favorite book is Princess Leia. No, Leia, Princess of Alderaan. Gotta mention it. Every show, I'm gonna mention that book until everybody in the world has read that book. Jeez, God, how did I get this off? This is a good question, Sevilla. Can a meme made from the doc series be considered as an original meme or a prequel meme? Because it's like the documentary is like from all the periods of time. That's a good point. That is a really good question. I feel like it would be like a current meme, like a new meme. I don't think it would be original. What do you mean, like original trilogy meme or like original meme from the documentary? I'm gonna break some of these, I swear. I can't even. They told me to use pliers, but these pliers are too big. But how small can pliers get? I'm so scared. I'm gonna break something. I am inevitably gonna break something here. Again, if you're just tuning in, we're doing the build, and this is already, I can tell there's going to be like a 17-hour build. So I hope you got a snack and a blanket and a drink and just pop this on. Okay, I kind of made this one a bit wonky looking, but we'll continue with this one. I got to get back to work. If it's Bad Batch introduce a certain plot point and or unveil at the rest end result or vice versa. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you, Sam. Good to have you here. Bad Batch. Well, okay. Well, that's interesting you bring up that point because Bad Batch and Andor aren't that far away from each other. Are they? Oh no, they're far away from, like, they're years apart, but they're in the same kind of vicinity of time. And it's in the dark times as well, which is pretty key. So I have a strong feeling if we were to get any cameos from Andor, which it's actually been reported we might not get as many as probably people would like. We're only going to get a couple, if that. I definitely think I cannot find the circle, which this thing is telling us we have it in. Oh, did I bend the wrong thing? What has happened here? I feel like I've bent the wrong one. What? That's that, right? Jeez, why is this so hard? But there's definitely characters in Bad Batch that could definitely show up in Andor. Those characters being, like, we could even get someone like Hera showing up. Obviously, well, actually, that's not even Bad Batch. That's Rebels. But Bad Batch, maybe there could be some sort of storyline because the Bad Batch are kind of at this point where they're questioning, like Hunter's kind of questioning what they should be doing and the morals of the Bad Batch because they're kind of the whole first season was them discovering what to do with their time. The Bad Batch was just what to do with now that the Empire's over. They don't have the chips. They want to be good, but who do they help? Do they go off with Rex? What do they do? So I definitely think there's a storyline from Bad Batch that could get, kind of carried on, but I'm not sure what that kind of storyline could be. Sevilla, is season 2 of Bad Batch still going to be released on September 28th? Well, as of now, yes, but will that change? In my opinion, probably. It'll be very odd to have 2 premieres of kind of pretty, like, Andor's obviously going to be a lot bigger, but Bad Batch did really well in its first season, and we can't kind of count that out. But I definitely think this. Okay, there's no piece that looks like this. But there's definitely. Where's 2? I'm going crazy. There's no piece that looks like this. But there's definitely, no, I don't see any point into, like, releasing 2 premieres of 2 Star Wars shows weeks back to back. So I definitely think that's gonna change. I definitely think, and I don't want it to because I really miss Bad Batch and I loved the show first season and I can't wait for the second season, but I definitely think they're gonna push it back. I mean, Andor starting in late September now is gonna finish in November, like mid no end of November. But Bad Batch season 2, that's probably almost, I don't know, that got released, yeah? That is probably one of the most exciting trailers apart from Andor for me because, the Mando trailer was like, okay, yes, they're going to Mandalore, but the Bad Batch trailer had a lot of interesting characters, had Gunji, the Wookiee, the Wookiee Padawan, and it had Commander Cody, which I mean, a lot of people talked about that. A lot of people wanted to see Cody in Obi-Wan, which we didn't, and we saw that in the Bad Batch trailer, which is like what Joel's mentioning here, looking like Cody is questioning the Empire. Absolutely, they go into some odd science cloning in the Empire and interest in doing. Yes, I definitely think Bad Batch will kind of go into the cloning process. Like we kind of saw that at the Bad Batch ended like that. It's like in that big finale, that dramatic episode where we see the downfall of Camino, but then we see who is it? It's not Lama Su. Is it Lama Su? One got killed and one survived, and I keep forgetting the names. Nala Su. Nala Su? Is that her name? Got killed. And who the doctor, the Kaminoan doctor, went. Welcome, Dave. Welcome, Dave. The Kaminoan doctor went to do with the Empire to like help them clone. So I definitely think the ideas of cloning and exploring that idea is going to be in Bad Batch season 2. I do also think it's going to continue to be in Mando season 3. Very subtly though, not maybe as major, but I definitely think it's going to be there. I don't think it's going to be an Andor, to be honest. I think Andor will kind of very much stick to Andor, politics, Mon Mothma. I think it's going to stick in that area. Now, to those who are just joining, we are doing this Millennium Falcon metal build. It was very small and looked fairly simple, but we've unraveled it, and this is going to be a 17-hour stream because this is a very complex instructions. But so sit back and enjoy the ride as we construct this Falcon together. We're talking about Bad Batch and shows coming up. There's a gun somewhere I gotta get now. Jeez. Okay, if anyone wants to help me find a gun, that will be incredibly helpful. This is talk about detail. I guess this is what the ILM guys would do, hey, though. We would look for all the details. Something that looks like a gun. So I need number 3. So that tiny, tiny piece here, number 3, this is what I want. Maybe even effects of Jedi Survivor. Yes, well, that's the other thing. I think was the last show I was going on about how, like, Cal Kestis should be an Andor. I think that's more of a situation of like, I think the Jedi Survivor gameplay and like storyline and campaign will tie into Andor, or vice versa. Andor will tie into like, maybe characters and storylines of Andor will tie into what we have in Jedi Survivor, because Andor obviously about to come out. Jedi Survivor, what did they say? They said early spring. Spring? No, early spring in America, which is autumn for fall in Australia next year. I think that's the slated time. Found the gun, guys. It was in the top corner. Found the gun. There it is there. Okay, cool. So that's definitely, I think Jedi Survivor will definitely tie into something like that. Or, it doesn't just have to be a cameo of a character we have in the show. I think it's like the themes and the story and the notions like will be like heavily in the game. Oh, I'm so scared of like cutting myself in this. This is terrifying. Okay, wow. This is so minuscule. They did recommend to use tweezers. But see, like, look how small that part is. But I'm just using my hands here. That's the gun. We're only up to doing the gun. How do we put it in? What? Okay. What does it's giving us where the gun is? Oh, a little bit delayed there. It's got a green triangle where the gun is. Sorry, is anyone getting that lag? There's a little bit of lag there. Sorry about that lag. Insert tab and twist 90 degrees. Twist. So not fold, but twist 90 degrees. What on earth? Okay. Okay, so we're going to fold these down. But Andor is definitely shaping up to be that spy thriller it promised to be, which is very cool. I think, Star Wars needs a bit more than it's just the classic like space adventure that the movies are. I think the shows can all be individual like this, and they could all have their individual kind of flair. Is this the wrong thing? Oh, I think it's the wrong one. Oh my gosh, I used the wrong circle. So I definitely think it will stick to that spy thriller, and Mandalorian is very much like that kind of quest, solo ranger quest. Boba Fett I found was kind of like just an action. Tracing scissors. Yeah, should I use? I can grab some scissors because I've got my pliers, but I don't think that's going to cut it. Oh my gosh, I'm just trying to get the. This is so fiddly. Oh my word. Is that in? Oh, it's the other one. Oh, we bent it too far. Jeez, this is gonna genuinely take me hours. We're up to step 3. We're up to step 3. I don't know. Is anyone given that? There's a bit of lag on the action cam. Hopefully that'll sort itself out. Apologies for that. Oh my word, this is sending me crazy already. So again, this is how minute that action cam isn't catching up for us, is it? This is how minute I'm working with. But what else are we looking forward to with Andor? I know we talked about it lots last week, but I keep thinking about it. Like, there's so many opportunities, and I just keep thinking about Mon Mothma. She's going to be awesome. I just know it. Like, she was pretty frequent in the trailer. Hey, got it in. Okay. And it's told me to twist. All right, give it a twist. And a twist. Okay, so here's where the pliers are helpful. The pliers were helpful then. Gave it a twist. Is the camera a bit back now? Yeah. Can't really see, but I've got the tiny gun on there. Jeez. It's tiny. This is like the size of the body of the ship. This is going to be a tiny model, but that's okay. I love it. Oh, so if you can't tell, everything of what we make every show is here, except for the Lego set. Oh no, it's awkward. But we've got the book over there. We've got the Kenobi Pringles, and I should have the Lego set from last week. But then every week, whatever we build is going to be on the shelves, so we can see the progress we've made, see what we've been building together. And I mentioned this last week, but the 4 weeks lead up to Andor is gonna be big. It's gonna we have a whole just list of things to do on the show, and every week is gonna be Andor themed. Welcome, Caleb. Welcome to the show. Nice. We see some tension between her and the Emperor in the Senate. Absolutely. Mon Mothma and Palpatine should be a good kind of battle. She seems very sneaky and secretive. Also, we kind of forget that she was best friends with Padme. She was best friends there. They were good colleagues, but not best friends, but good colleagues. Am I meant to fold these or bend these? I don't know what I'm doing here. Ooh. I'm trying to bend the little tab so it stays in there. But definitely, I think, we all love Ian McDiarmid. Love him. I know Joel, if you're still here, he's a very big fan of Ian McDiarmid. Always love to see him come back as Palpy. Papa Palps, love it. I think this is the right thing to do. I think. Whoa. Okay, we're putting the gun in now. Is that what we do? We're putting the gun in. Great. Oh, jeez. Again, most shows I'm really good at multitasking most shows, but I think this is going to be the show where you're just going to watch me groan constantly at how difficult this is. Oh, jeez. What do I do? A twist on these ones? I think I'm twisting. Twist. Twist is easier. That's easier. Because the Emperor has to appear in Andor, right? Right? Absolutely. You know, if we're going to get some Senate scenes, which they're definitely alluding to, if we're going to get some scenes of that, surely we get to see Palps. Because have we seen him in the Dark Times? I think we've only seen him in like holograms or in Bad Batch and things like that. I feel like we haven't seen much of Palpatine. I felt Padme and Bale were more good friends with Mon Mothma. She was more. Yes, sorry. Yeah, I just got too amped there. Mon Mothma was just like a good colleague, but Bale and Padme were like good friends. I think that's but good correction there, Joel. I'll take that. Okay, well, on to another bits. We get to have another bits now. So we need 5 and 6. Okay, gosh, good God. So that's 5 and 6. It's like the same piece but different. And we got to. What's it telling me to do there? What's that symbol for? Is that a piece or is it telling me to do something? What? Oh my gosh! I just followed this out. This has numbers. Oh my gosh! This isn't meant to be a scavenger hunt of what I'm meant to find. This changes everything. Wow. Dave. Oh yes. I'm presently watching Light and Magic up to episode 4 of 6. Such a fascinating look at those people who didn't get credit they deserve for helping create Star Wars, what Star Wars has become. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. They did an incredible job making like just everything of what Star Wars was. Let's have a look at who those said people are. We have Joe Johnston, which actually Joe Johnston, he was originally an artist, but he obviously became a director and just very well known in the production world. He did many different things, but he kind of started out as like a visual artist, a storyboarder, and he was actually the one that made this difficult ship. Gosh, he was the one that first was sketched and designed the Millennium Falcon, like what we see here. The first kind of shapings of, and if you watch the series, which Dave has, I won't spoil it, but it's a very interesting story about how he actually came up with the shape and the design, and I definitely recommend. I won't spoil it, so go watch it, go find out how he did that, because it's actually really interesting how he came up with that shape, and obviously the Millennium Falcon being very iconic today, very iconic shape and structure. A lot of people, gosh, dang, a lot of people being, people that aren't even Star Wars fans, like know what the Millennium Falcon is. So I'm making a mess of these metal things. My gosh, I'm undoubtedly going to cut myself accidentally. It's pretty sharp. Maybe I should wear gloves or something. Okay, hang on. So I have the pieces. Oh, I just realized it's telling us I got to fold the sides to make that shape. That's like a cross section of it. Oh no, the action cam still got that bit of a delay. So let's fold these pieces. Let's fold it this way and that. Oh no, there's more than that one piece. Ah, gosh. Oh no, I meant to use this one because it's got to have circles on it. But Joe Johnston, as I was saying, fantastic artist. Doing those original sketches, coming up with the shape of the Millennium Falcon. It's so funny how it's like, yeah, how just a random thought, like he just randomly came up with this, and then now we're like, that's Han Solo's ship, and it's so iconic, and we can so easily recognize like what that ship is. It's just so iconic. But it just came from this designer, this guy just making a sketch of something for George. It's really awesome, the whole story. Really, really cool to see. Okay, so we're adding, I don't actually know what we're adding, but we're kind of adding compartments to the top of the ship. Which way do we do it though? That here? Okay. Alrighty. Alright. Whoa. I think this is it. So if you can see, I've got the gun on there. The very top. There's our tiny, tiny gun. Jeez, it's tiny, isn't it? Now I'm putting this tiny piece on the side here. So this is what I'm currently doing. It's hard because it's like the angle that you bend it at, you've got to kind of guess and then keep taking it in and out of the little slots to try and adjust it. Hey, there we go. All right, am I twisting or am I bending? That's the question. I think I'm doing a twist. Let's give it a twist. What was I ranting on about just before? Oh yeah, the last 4 weeks before Andor, I'm having a whole Andor just festival here on the channel, and every single week is going to be Andor themed, and it's going to be really, really fun. Christian and the creation of the M Falcon was a great story among how these group of people came together. Thanks for recommending this show, Hannah. Absolutely, I loved it. I lapped it up. I was like, this is so cool. And I think because I'm a very hands-on and creative person myself, I think I just really resonated with the show. And as I'm sitting there watching it, I'm going, I'm really thinking no one's going to watch this show. And then I was like, oh, I should make a video recommending this show to people. So that's why actually, again, there's a video on my channel. If you're about the show, go watch it. I'm like just sitting there convincing you to watch the documentary because it's so cool. And there's so much Star Wars stuff in it that I just haven't seen before or heard of. And it's so cool how much just behind the scenes info we get in this. Guys, I feel like I'm actually getting a hang of this. I put this second one in really, really easily just then. Okay, give it a little twist, and I'll give you a look at what I've done. I don't know how I'm out of breath, but I am out of breath. Look at that. Okay, so you can't even see what happened there. But there's like little side parts now. These parts here. Okay. Interesting how last minute change made them create the most popular ship in all science fiction. Yeah, absolutely. It's just like it was last minute, wasn't it? It was because it was originally what looked like it was going to be the Tainted Four. I think was kind of a similar look of how they were like, oh, this is going to be Han Solo's ship, and then at the last minute, George was like, don't like it, let's change it. And then Joe Johnston came up with the Millennium Falcon design we know now. Okay, 7 and 8, which, again, I can't believe this exists. That can help us find the pieces. 7 is on this one. Where? There. So what are we making now? Now we're making the radio dish. Yes, we're making the radio dish. Which, speaking of, the radio dish was on the other ship they originally used, which again looks like the Tainted Four. But then they said, "Hey, take the radio dish and use it on the Millennium Falcon," and that's the radio dish that's on it now. Yeah, I get what you mean. It's like it was just kind of just before they needed it, they changed it. Hey, just before they needed it. So I need 7 and I need 8. Where's 8? 8's up here. Like that. 8. Jeez, these are tiny pieces. Oh no, here's 8. Okay. This might be one of our longest streams we're going to do today, but I am enjoying this. As fiddly as this is actually quite enjoyable. Oh, jeez. Did I just break it? No. Yes? No. Imagine if I break one of these pieces. I think I could still go, I think. I could still keep doing this if I break it, you know. Let's move this up so you can see what's happening. So how do we make this? Like, just again, look how tiny these pieces are. And like, these two pieces I'm trying to connect. My God, these are tiny. These are tiny. But more about, the politics of Andor. The politics of Andor. What other senators do you think we could see in the Andor show? There's a lot of senators. I mean, we see in the Clone Wars, a lot of Clone Wars fans get to know a lot of senators in that time, and I'm kind of looking forward to seeing all the kind of the background characters, kind of the C characters, as in like A, B, or C characters. Kind of looking forward to, kind of getting not a cameo, but just like a sight of them, just some random senator that we saw in Clone Wars, like in Andor, in the Senate. That would be really cool. But this fold up. What? Okay. Like what? Who's that? Like the senator? Oh, that's King Lee Cha. He's not a senator. Who's the senator for the Mon Cala? Who's that senator? Prince Lee Cha. Let's talk about that name though in the Clone Wars. Prince Lee Cha. Such a good name. And it's so good because it's actually really bad. It's just Charlie backwards. Well, not backwards, but just split in half and put back to front. Prince Lee Cha. But he was the prince, but then became king of the Mon Cala and Quarren, or just the Mon Cala? Because that was in Clone Wars season 4, was that, or season 5? Maybe that started season 5. Oh, this is tricky. Oh man, how do I get this rounded out like this? This is gonna be a dicey build. How do I don't understand how it can bend like that. It can't bend like that. What? Hey, there we go. Okay, I got it. And then I got to bend. I'll just kind of squish it. That'll do. Okay, now I got to add. Oh, these are the tiniest pieces in the world, my word. I'm going to add the what? How do I... So again, I'm up to this part where I've bent that cone. Now I've just got to put it on the stand so I can attach it to the ship. But what's another show? I saw a story come out today that in Disney Plus Day, which is, when is that? Start of September, like September 8th, I think it is, or 10th, is apparently going to have a lot of news for Star Wars fans, which is good news. But what's some other shows, announced or not announced, that you would be looking forward to? Again, Acolyte is like kind of in the dark, kind of happening. We don't know too much about Acolyte yet. But what else is out there that we haven't seen, or you want to see, or you're looking forward to? Because, oh, jeez. Oh, gee whiz. Because there's obviously streaming and Disney Plus is kind of the way forward for Star Wars at the moment. I mean, in the distant future, we have Taika Waititi's film. And we had a couple of new shows announced at Celebration. We have Skeleton Crew, we have yeah, Skeleton Crew and Tales of the Jedi, September 8th. Thank you. Ahsoka trailer. Yeah, that's definitely what I want, which I think we deserve to have. I mean, they're in production. They surely have footage to put together for a trailer. Excuse me. Haven't had a cough all day. But an Ahsoka trailer, I think, is very much needed. I have no idea how to put this into each other. This is impossible. Oh, I think I got it. Oh, I got it. I got it. No idea how I got that. But it's funny. I don't think I have spoken too much about Ahsoka yet. I think because it's like I'm just too excited I can't. Ahsoka being one of my most favorite characters of all Star Wars. I still can't believe we're getting a show of her. That's insane. Insane that we're getting a show of her. But of course, I definitely think it's going to be a very much like an Ahsoka and the Rebels show. I think it's going to be. We're going to have. I really love Sabine. That's a great character. Actually, we don't talk about enough. Sabine. I love. I hope we get a lot of Sabine in the show. I hope we get. Obviously. Ahsoka's on her pursuit to find Thrawn. So which is an interesting one. So hopefully we can get a bit of that. We're looking forward to seeing live action Heron Chopper among others. Oh, absolutely. Of course, the Chopper was teased at Celebration that he was going to be in the show, which is awesome, which hopefully that definitely means we get Hera not too far behind as well. Where is this going? And Grand Admiral Thrawn, of course, is he going to be our big grand villain for the show? I think so. And where has Ezra been? Where has he been in all this time? That's obviously the question that was on everyone's minds after Rebels ended. And I feel like, we're going to start to get that answered in the Ahsoka show. But where has Ezra and Thrawn been? Chopper's already been in live action. Oh, is it in there's a shot of it in what was it Rogue One? Like 1 second, but it counts. I guess so. Yeah, there we go. Chopper's first time in live action because I'm pretty sure it came in Rogue One. Yes, I think there's this like one shot for like 2 seconds of like the big like gate door thing at Yavin. Like he's in that very, very briefly. So I guess it's right. But I guess for like a proper like character introduction cameo, what we're talking about here. Where he's in the show a decent amount, I think is gonna be Ahsoka. Okay, wow. Haven't got far today, but I put the dish on. We've got our little radar dish there. Fantastic. Okay, let's continue on. We've done 8. Now we're going to do 9. 9? Yeah. Which I think I've already made that part accidentally. Easy stuff. Easy stuff. Oh, maybe it's the other one. I think it's the other one. 9. What's 9? Where's 9? What? Oh, 9 down here. Yes, that one. But Hera is a character. Also, yeah. Actually, that's a good point. That's something like we should be more amazed at. Like Kanan Jarrus has a son, and he's just like out there kicking, and that's canon too. Like not even Legends, he has a son. He's like, yep, he's around. And is he with Hera? Like surely. Definitely. I I mean, does he have the Force? I think that's a question. But that would be interesting to see. Imagine actually he could be in the Ahsoka show. Really, that would be so cool. I totally forgot that. What's his name? It's like something really like straightforward. Jason? Is it Jason? That's so funny. A Star Wars character called Jason. It's ridiculous. Nothing against the name Jason, but in Star Wars, like, come on. You can think of a more Star Warsy name. Yeah. Oh. Do 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 do. Okay, doing this. Chuck it in there. Is it in? Jeez, there we go. Okay. See, I'm better when it's like putting stuff on the body of ship. I can do that. Can't do anything else. Lots of twisting here. Okay, what even is the part of that ship? Apparently that's the front. Sure. Okay. Alrighty, number 10, this thing. Oh, God, again, why is this so hard to get out? Jason Jarrus. Is that his name now? I just think about it. That's his last name. Jason Jarrus. Wonder if they use the same prop from Rogue One. If they made a fully working prop, they probably would keep it around for future use. By prop, I think you're talking about Chopper. Yeah, I think that's a good question. Surely they would keep it around. Or maybe there's some. Rogue One was 2016. So, like, I feel like technology maybe has gotten a little simpler, lighter, quicker for using, making droids like that. So maybe things have developed a little more. But surely they would have used similar things. Definitely similar, at least. How is this meant to go in? What? I think I gotta bend these. I'm putting like the exhaust kind of the circles, iconic Millennium Falcon circles on the back here. This is so tricky. My goodness. If you don't have a great lot of patience, I don't recommend doing one of these. Not that I'm saying I'm very patient. If anything, I'm quite impatient, but this is tedious. Tiny little holes. Trying to line them up. You keep slipping into them. Oh, that's a satisfying click when it goes in. All right, and bend this one. Okay, all right. Great. So people didn't really mention this Master Kiyomundi. He had like 5 wives and a bunch of kids, so if he... What? Where? What? So if his kids were Force sensitive, there's a lot of potential Jedi coming of age. And Return of the Jedi. What? I had no idea. No idea. I'm impatient too. Life's real stuff. Absolutely. I'm feeling it now. I feel you now. I'm very impatient. Do you think, Dave? Do you think we'll see or get more information about Obi-Wan's brother in any of these upcoming Star Wars shows? Maybe. That's a good point. That was kind of dropped in us like that, wasn't it? Maybe we could. Maybe they're like down the line. I don't think like in the shows in the next like 12 months, but maybe down the line. It's like this random person and we get to like know them really well. And then like later down the line, like once we know this new character, we like find out it's Obi-Wan's brother and we're like, oh my God. That would be a cool way to do that if that does come into play. Because that's a good point. That was just kind of dropped on us. Yeah, crazy. Kiyomundi was allowed to mate since his species had a weird male-female imbalance. How interesting. Where is this information? That is fascinating. Is this in a book or a comic or just knowledge that you all just have? That's really, really interesting. Okay, let's keep going. Where we got put the front part on, now we can put the back part on. Now we got to do the cockpit. There, yay. That's fun. Now that's this is old legends. Oh, okay, old legends information. That's still really fascinating though. That'd be insane if we just like met Kimundis. He's like, we met again. We like meet all these like Jedi Padawans, and they're like, we get to know them, and they're like, oh, Kimundi's our dad. We're like, what? You're what? Kimundi. Now that's a Jedi I famously do not like. I do not like Kimundi. Don't ask me why. I just don't. Just don't. I just don't vibe with him. I just don't get his vibe. I'm so worried about breaking this piece right now. Oh. Okay, there we go. Woo. Legends. Okay, yeah. Really? Oh man. I like to pride myself that I know everything about Clone Wars, but maybe I don't. That would be fascinating. Oh, calls for a rewatch. Any excuse to rewatch Clone Wars, I take. Now, what on earth are we doing here? So we're up to this part down the side here. We're meant to be bending this in some sort of rolled fashion, which I'm not sure quite how to do that. What on earth? I'm going to just start to roll it and see what happens. Roll? Is that the right terminology? I don't know. I'm so scared of breaking this. Okay, I can kind of start to. It's because it's like the cylindrical part of the cockpit that's like trying to. That like obviously sticks out from the ship. Okay, I think I rolled this too far. Whoa. Oh man, this is fiddly. Oh, it like bends. I see. So that doesn't look anything like it. But because that's right. It has the bend. The cockpit has this bend in it. Oh, that's too straight. Whew, this is a doozy. Enter. Why aren't you entering? Ah. I was in time to do Clone Wars show, right? Dark Horse Clone Wars comics from 2003 to 2005. Oh, okay. Is that considered Legends now, though? I'm still not big into the comic game yet. I know I should. There's so many good comics out there. Lots of very, very good Star Wars comics out there, but still not into the comic genre yet. This is a much more slower paced show today, everyone, if you haven't realized. We're doing things by the second. I'm just going to squish that together and hope that was meant to be that. I don't know what this is meant to look like. I'm not sure if this is it. What on earth? Oh, the cockpit is trying to like fold together. Oh, that's the closest the cockpit I'll get. Hang on, where are we? There's our little cockpit. There you go. Absolutely, yeah. This is obviously a Star Wars centric show, but have you considered doing any watches and commentaries for non-Star Wars stuff? Well, that's a good question. That is a good question because when it comes to what I'm fanatic about, what I'm passionate about, there's not actually a massive amount of other things I really, really love like this. The only other thing that would come kind of close to it is probably the Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit is kind of the other franchise I'm quite like I know a lot about, but I'm really not a Marvel person, so I don't think I could do anything on that. But apart from that, I can't think of any other shows or anything I really kind of watch avidly or confidently enough to be like, oh, I'm gonna like, yeah, do a show on this or make some commentaries about. That's a good question. If you have any suggestions, I am quite open to suggestions, which I feel like you're gonna just suggest She-Ra. But which I mean, yeah, I could watch that. I could watch that. I love it. I love it. But yeah, there's nothing really strikingly major that I'm like super into. Marvel hasn't really. I'm not a superhero person. I hope that is okay. I'm just not a superhero person. So, what are your thoughts on the Amazon Rings of Power? Well, funny enough, I have none as of yet, but I hope to. I do need to watch it. It's seeming pretty interesting, and people seem pretty keen for it. So I don't know. I'll get back to you on that one. Is it out yet, or is it like about to come? Because I mean, I watched the trailer for it the other day, and the trailer's pretty good. Why can't I get this part in? But the Rings of Power, yeah, it looked really interesting. Me and my family, literally my whole family, are currently doing a big Lord of the Rings rewatch. And in a very sad turn of events, if anyone follows me on Twitter, a funny tweet I posted of my girlfriend watching me edit Star Wars things, and I said she's not a major Star Wars fan, and everyone was like shocked. She's doing this Lord of the Rings rewatch with us as well, and she is loving Lord of the Rings, which I'm a little disappointed about because I wanted that to be her reaction to Star Wars. But I mean, Lord of the Rings is pretty good, so that's fair. That is fair. But it's not Star Wars. It's not Star Wars. Okay, cool. All right. I've put the cockpit on. An hour and 10. We're usually wrapping up the show here. We're nowhere near the finish. My gosh. What I'm thinking, maybe we should get to halfway. We should get to at least halfway, which I don't even know if we're a quarter of the way. And then maybe we could do the rest of it next show as well. I think. But let's continue. There's a little, what are we doing? What are we adding here? So I've added the cockpit. That's there now. Now I've got to add, what do I have to add? What? Little boxes. Oh, so that was 11. 12. Where's 12? 12. Okay, there's multiple 12s around. Multiple 12s. There's one. Why is this going on the inside of it? I don't understand. Don't understand. Ooh, that was so close to. I could have just wrecked it just then. What just happened? Where did it go? Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. It got stuck in the pliers. I was like, where did it go? How do we meet? That's a great question. Of course. We met because I not anymore. Previously, I've just recently finished up at this job, but I used to be a music tutor, and I tutored bass guitar, and piano. And I worked with a company, and she worked with the company as well, and she was a singing teacher. So we we're both music teachers, and that's how we met. Um, I mean, that's a pretty classic thing, meeting people at work. But funny enough, yeah, neither of us do that work anymore. She's studying law. She works at a law firm, and I do what Hannah RaeSide does. That's what I'm doing. I do many secret things. I've actually got a lot of projects in the works that I can't talk about at the moment. But yeah, so that's how we met. Both music teachers. Also, WB Animation is making Middle Earth animated movie about the War of Rohirrim. Ah, that's interesting. Speaking of WB, what's with all the show cutbacks at the moment? What's with like all my Twitter feed was, which all over the weekend and last week was just insane amounts of like this show it's cancelled. Like the was it the Batgirl movie kind of started, and then like suddenly all these other shows are cancelled. I'm like, is this company okay? Are you okay? The music teacher. I know. Music teacher. I was a pretty memey music teacher, if I say so myself. How do I put this on the underside? Oh, I get it. Because there's little boxes here. Jeez. Yes, I definitely recommend workplaces. Workplaces are a great place to meet people. Because you're kind of forced to be around there. Did I bend that the wrong way? Oh, jeez. Oh, I just broke it. Oh no. Okay, hang on. Can you see that? That tiny piece was meant to be on that. I don't know. I guess I can just have a little gap there, I guess. Oh. It would be a musical. I think so. Although she's the singing teacher and I can't sing. I could play the musical. I couldn't sing the musical. That's really funny. That's so funny. Yeah, I was a really memey teacher. I like never made my kids do homework. They never did homework. We didn't learn off books. So they didn't like learn the traditional ways of music. I just like taught them what they needed to know. I taught a lot of improv and like how to like just kind of play music by ear instead of just having to read music straight from a sheet, because I feel like that's a better skill to have if you can like hear a piece of music or hear a song and be able to play it from ear. I think that's more impressive than being able to read music. Anyone can teach you how to read music. But I was teaching a different style of music. Excuse me. Do not know what this cough is about? I'm doing a twist there because I don't know what that's for, but so one of these little squares is going to be open, but that's okay. So a couple more questions here. Music made the path. That makes me think. Have you tried the Star Wars through John? Oh, that's true. That's true. I mean, she knows. I have a record player and I have the original Star Wars on vinyl, original soundtrack, and I play that a lot. And every time the Leia theme comes on, I weep. So I don't know what she thinks about that, but that's funny. But I love the Leia theme. It's one of my favorite themes. What is Hannah's music taste? What's on a playlist presently? What's my music taste? Very varied. Like I would say like indie, kind of indie music, indie pop. Randomly, I'm have a random just fascination with country music, which is very, very random. I'm not a big country person, but there's just a niche of country that I'm starting to enjoy, which is really random. But what else do I like? I like, yeah, indie pop is my usual though. I think that's probably what I usually. Sarah Bareilles, Oh Wonder, a couple of names there. But back to Music Made the Path. That makes me think. Have you tried to show her stuff through? Yeah, I just maybe I should try and show her more of the music of Star Wars. Maybe that'll entice her. Another, which makes me, now that you mentioned John Williams, one of my favorite experiences from Star Wars Celebration this year was going to the opening day. Is this the right thing? Hang on. The opening day of Celebration. 13? Yeah. And John Williams, it was a surprise that John Williams was there, and he not released, but they premiered the Obi-Wan theme, which was amazing, and really, really incredible to see in person and to see him conduct in person, obviously, because he's so-called retirement. I feel like he's just retiring because he's like everyone else is. He's like, oh, I probably should retire. I don't reckon he'll come back to do something. I mean, I thought he was retired, and then we hired him for Obi-Wan, so I was like, oh, okay. Is this the right one? I hope so. What am I doing with this? That, yes. Is this the right thing? Yeah. Oof, this is starting to look like it now. Now we're getting good. What? Oh, geez, this is difficult. What on earth does this all mean? So that's all that. Oh, I see. Oh, gosh. Oh, hang on. Maybe I need to bend them all first. Well, it's funny. Thank you, Jared. This looks an intricate. Is it sharp? Yes, it is. I'm so close to cutting myself. If you can't see on like the points where you have to break it off, are like, there you go, like little tiny shards just there, little tiny shards. Which I don't know how people aren't just struggling. But yes, it's a very intricate shape, isn't it? That's to say the least. Will we? What was the question, Dave? Will we get to see a RaeSide music playing music Star Wars related theme tunes? Well, that's interesting you say, because how would people feel if a live show, live on YouTube, completely from scratch, we create our own Star Wars song? And the whole show is just me with multiple instruments, and we write, and we can probably record later, a Star Wars song that we write together. Imagine that. How would people find that kind of style of show? I'm thinking of doing that in a couple of weeks, maybe after Andor premieres, as a fun style show. So even if you're not musical, you could help me with some of the lyrics, or how to structure the song and things like that. How would so a Star Wars songwriting session. How do we feel with that idea? Okay, bend this together. So I'm trying to connect this piece. Oh, geez. This is, my hands are getting sore. My hands are getting very sore. Oh, geez, man. Why aren't you getting in there? Sounds like pure chaos. I love it. Okay, good. That's good. Have you saw pictures of Ewan McGregor with Alec Guinness saying hello to their shirt? Yeah, I have. That's so cool. I love it when Star Wars actors just like completely lean into their role and to their feet. I love it. It's really, really cool. I think it's a nice homage to, the OG Obi-Wan, the Ben. Why is this piece not going in? This is so annoying. It's like almost not the right shape. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to bend this a little more because this is clearly not working for me. This is like just not happening, is it? Oh, as soon as I say that, it works. Oh, did it? No, it didn't. Oh, jeez. Oh, even these ones have to go in? Are you serious? If you haven't seen it, maybe I should repost it. When I was in Star Wars Celebration, I got to collaborate with a fantastic musician, Canadian musician by the name of F105. His name's Din. He's an awesome singer-songwriter from Canada. And that celebration, I learned without him knowing. He learned I learned one of his songs, and I got to play it live with him at the Star Wars Underworld live show at the IHOP. And there's fantastic footage of it, which this afternoon on my Twitter, I'll repost that for those here. You can see me play a bit of guitar there. But as for what we're going to do here, I definitely think a Star Wars songwriting session is upon us. And that will be coming along very soon. I pretty much have the next 6 weeks of shows lined up. Are my comments posting? There we go. Hello. There we go, Caleb. A lot of the projects made for HBO Max are being written down as a loss, which makes them tax breaks in the US. Oh, there you go. So it's it's a financial. Well, that's what I thought. It sounds like a very complex, like kind of situation of the finances of the company. So that's why I was like, I don't know if it's just the show in general. I think it's got deeper reasonings. All right. Ooh. Wow. Okay. You can name that channel Star Wars Jam Sesh. Taylor will be playing to the tune of the stars. Playing to the tune of the stars. I love it. I love it. That's funny. What are we up to here? Good gracious. Okay, so I think we do the other dome now. 120. This is going to be a long stream. Do I ever want to meet Weird Al? I mean, I wouldn't say no, but there's also many other people I'd prefer to meet. Well, not prefer, but I would like to meet before Weird Al. But I mean, iconic, very, very iconic. Oh, hang on, what's I meant to do? What's back there? What's that? What? What on earth? What am I meant to put there? 14. Okay, so I'm meant to put these little things at the back where the thrusters are. Okie doke. Okie doke. They're actually giving me spares of this piece because this is probably the tiniest piece of the build. Apparently these are easy to break, so they're giving me like a bunch of spares. So we're meant to bend them over. Bend them to like make a little C shape, U shape kind of thing. And then put them in. What on earth? This is the tiniest little piece ever. Gee whiz, that is an insane tiny detail. I don't think the camera will even pick that up. So on the back here, there's this tiny detail here. Look at that. That's insane. No one can see that. That's hilarious. Hannah and the Biths. Nice ring to it. Oh, I need to watch the summer special. I might do that after the stream. Wow. Okay. So it really is a deep, deep company problem, company issue there. They're trying to sort out. Which, I mean, there's a lot of competitors out there now of competitive production companies. So you kind of have to, to be successful in that kind of climate. Obviously, Disney Plus, like having a really good monopoly at the moment. You better be making good shows, and it's not saying the Batgirl or any of the shows being cut wouldn't have been good, because I think a lot of them would have been amazing. I just, that makes sense. It's a business thing. Whew, okay, I've got a couple more bits to do here. Couple more bits. The thing, if we do a musical session of Star Wars, there's so many topics we could do. Like, I think we would choose. Maybe it doesn't have to be a whole song. Maybe we just choose a character. I'll get everyone to choose a character, and we do a verse per character. Maybe that's the way we'll do it. I got the idea because the other day I randomly started writing a song about Mace Windu. And I thought, this would make for an interesting show if I did this live. Oh, jeez. Mace Windu, that's someone I would love to see again in Star Wars. And, Samuel L. Jackson has always, well, not always, but recently made his position on that very clear, that he wouldn't mind coming back to Star Wars, which would be awesome. I would love to see him. Imagine seeing him in, Acolyte's like 100 years before or something, or 300 years before. I was going to say, what's the show that Mace Windu could show up in? Boba Fett Season 2? Bring in the biths. I love it. Bring in the biths. That's funny. Whew. This little part is tedious, but I'm oddly getting this done quickly, this part. Again, thank you for sticking around so long, everyone. Really appreciate it. This is this has been a roller coaster of emotions. I was excited, then I saw how difficult it was, and then I was scared, and then I was in pain because the metal is really sharp, and then I hated it, and then now I'm on another roll again. So this has been a roller coaster of emotions. So thank you for sticking through and watching. Keep commenting your thoughts. Again, I'm not as talkative today because I need all my concentration on what we're building here. I think am I doing this? I'm doing this slightly out of frame, aren't I? Here we go. Oh, there we go. Oop. Let's move the microphone a little bit. Fold that one. Nice. Okay, we got some little engine details. Cute. All right, let's go right at the back here. Uh-oh. Is that piece coming out a little bit? Got some little engine details there, which is cool. The Broadway show. Which character do you think would have the best singing voice? Best singing voice? I definitely think Anakin would actually sing really well. I definitely think he would sing amazingly well. But he would do really good with like these like melancholy, like big ballads. Who else would sing well? Qui-Gon. Oh my gosh, Qui-Gon would sing so well. Qui-Gon would be a fantastic singer. Absolutely would be him. Okay, now I've done that. Now I'm up to 15, 16. Jeez, okay. Let's go. I was thinking maybe of stopping, but I'm on a roll. We'll see how we do today. We see how we do. Ouch. Oh my gosh. Some Jedi who sings Good Morning Girls is my choice. Absolutely. I mean, Jedi rocks. What a fantastic... That can be my inspiration, Jedi rocks. Oh, hang on, Joel, I forgot your comment. Did you know the Biff band played? It was called yes. Jizz and the something Whalers. Jizz and the Jizz Whalers. Maybe that's what they're called or something. Because it's Max Rebo and the Jizz Whalers. That's their band name. That's it. Qui-Gon would totally be a jazz singer. I agree. Totally. He would have like a really deep, resonant, soulful voice. I mean, one thing which was like so satisfying from the Obi-Wan, like when he showed up in Obi-Wan, was the way he says Obi-Wan. Oh, so just soulful and deep and beautiful. Obi-Wan. It's like so, yeah. Really love the way he says Obi-Wan. Okay, so now we're doing the bottom of the ship, I believe. Yeah. Great. Okay, doke. Mace Windu. What is that piece? 15. Oh, it's that. Okay, look, I missed your previous comment. Let me get to it. Oop. I don't know what that piece is. I'm sorry, I'm doing this all out of frame. Actually, let's move our action cam up a little so we can see. I'm taking up most of the desk here. There we go. The only thing I'm worried about is they said WB will no longer be making scripted content for streaming. Oh, HBO Max is being folded into HBO and W movies via theatrical from now on. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, Warner Bros. Being very I feel like they had a monopoly on the film industry for a long time. That makes sense. Obviously, like I was saying before, the competition of streaming these days is pretty intense. It's pretty full on. So that makes sense. I'm gonna need to top up on my drink soon. Okay, no, hang on. What are we doing over here? Focus, Hannah. We're on the home stretch. I feel like I can do this in a quick run now. Fold these down. Can we see this now? Yeah. Make sure we're in frame there. There we go. There's like a tiny piece that goes on top of this piece. What? Is it that? I feel like it's that. I don't think it could be anything else. Oh, please don't break. Oh, jeez. Max Rebo. Favorite character. Hands down. Favorite character in the whole Star Wars. Max Rebo. I love Max Rebo. There's a great photo of me and Max from Celebration on my Instagram. If you don't follow me, it's over there already. Whoop. Did not fold that well. Maybe I should write a song about Max Rebo and the Jizz Whalers. You'll send the listening command. Ah, okay. Makes sense. It does sound like they're in a very much state of revamping. What on earth? That way? Yes. It looks like I'm making it out of... It feels like it with how hard this metal is. It feels like it's made out of Beskar. That's a good point. It does look like it's out of a little... Like, I've melted down. I've got the armor to melt down pieces of Beskar, and I'm making it. Urgh. Okay, that's in now. I'm not sure if I'd be cut out to work at night. This is how difficult this is. Ooh, okay. All right, I can add this now. Here? I believe so. Okay, so we got a bit of time. We got a bit of time. How is this meant to be? What on earth? Max Rebo. We should totally make a Max Rebo song. The more I think about it. I don't know which one this is meant to go in. I think I've got to give this another little fold. I mean, speaking of music, best Star Wars song, best Star Wars theme song. Oh, to sing. Absolutely, absolutely. That's a mood and a half, isn't it? Sing when no one's around. Urgh. Why is this not going in? Almost, almost, almost. Oh, it's so close. Why is this not clicking? Why is that not clicking? Oh, did you hear that click? That was a satisfying click. Oh, fantastic. That was the sound of it going in. Lovely. Give it a twist. Give it a twist. I mean, the Ahsoka theme and the Leia theme is they're probably tied for my favorite. Duel of the Fates, iconic. Thank you, Jaleb. Wow. Thank you, Caleb, for joining us. There we go. Jaleb. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. It's been a pleasure. Duel of the Fates. Yeah, that's it. I mean, iconic. Iconic. Duel of the Fates. What's another classic one? But yeah, the Ahsoka theme, very emotional. It's not a very upbeat theme, is it? Does Han Solo have a theme? Actually, has a muso. I should probably know that. I actually do not know if he has a theme. I feel like it was in Solo or something. There's probably like like the Solo movie theme, but I don't think that's Han's theme. But does he have a theme? And of course, Binary Sunset. Excuse me. Geez, got a decent cough, don't I? Okay, let's put these side. We're actually kind of close, I think. I think we're kind of close. Star Wars intro will always be my favorite. Really enjoy the Mando theme as well. Oh yeah, the Mando theme. I remember the first time hearing the Mando theme song. I was so amazed. That was such a like. I think because Star Wars up until the Mandalorian had been so traditional. Like even Clone Wars music. You know, the kind of brothers are geniuses, and they took a lot of inspiration from like original Star Wars music. But the Mando theme song was just so different and new and just something we haven't heard before. It was so, so good. Ooh, jeez. There we go. Did I put the right one on? Yeah, that looks right. But yeah, and Ludwig Göransson, fantastic composer. He's gone on to compose some other non-Star Wars shows. But I think he did Book of Boba Fett, but he went on to do some other shows as well. He's coming to be a very a household composer name for fantastic productions. This was such a commitment. I thought this was going to be such an easy show. Build a little Millennium Falcon, and here we are, an hour and 40 later. I might actually have a break in a minute to go grab a drink so we can continue building. What on earth? Yes. So that's done. Now I'm up to 19. That's not bad. Wait, 18? Yeah, no, I did that. Now I'm up to 19. Ouchies. Ouchies. Jeez. Oh. Yeah, definitely the Leia theme. Definitely the Leia theme or the Ahsoka theme. Rebels actually, just that, like the intro music of a Rebels episode is like iconic. I do love that sound. That wasn't the piece I was meant to get, was it? Was it? No, absolutely not. What am I getting? This thing here. Yeah, it was really fresh. That's a good way to describe the Mando. And it's surprising that it did so well because, you know, coming off the back of the sequel trilogy, which, as much as I enjoyed the sequel trilogy, a lot of people didn't. Each to their own. So it was kind of, yeah, it was really interesting, the Mando, when it came out. It was quite new. No one really understood what it was, like what was happening. Well, I didn't, at least anyway. I was like, a show about like a rogue Mandalorian. But yeah, definitely the sounds of the Mando was really, really good. Really, really awesome soundtrack. I love that Book of Boba Fett theme. I mean, say what you want about the show if you like it or not, but I really loved the Book of Boba Fett theme and soundtrack. Is that gonna go in? That's a good theme. Give it a twist. Great. And the other one, see, look how quick I'm getting at this. Oh, jeez. Please don't break it today. I think so. I think I'm going to put this last one in and I'm going to go grab a refreshment. And because it's not a RaeSide show if I don't go run away off screen for a minute. So I'm going to go grab a drink in a second, which I invite you to do so as well, so we can have our stamina to continue building here. Is that what I'm meant to do? So I'm going to add this last one in. Whack it in there. Ka-chow. Uh-oh. No, that's right. While I go grab a drink, I'm actually going to put on some background music as well. Keep things flowing here. Yes, Force Awakens. Actually, the Rey theme. The Rey theme. That's a theme I love, actually. That's a really good theme. Let's, what's this music like? Oh, wow. Oh, that's fun. Great. Okay, I'll leave this on. I'm just going to go grab a refreshment as we continue our build on the Millennium Falcon. Go grab a drink if you want to as well, and we'll convene back here in like a minute. Let's do that. Whoa. Okay, we are back in business. The RaeSide intermission, absolutely. Did you like the? It's like I put you on hold on the phone, and I put some music on as we're on hold. We've got fresh. It's not blue milk, but we've got my R2D2 cup. Beautiful. We got some OJ in there to keep us going. We're on the home stretch, I think. We're on the home stretch. We got our 2 parts here. Thank you, Action Cam. So everyone can see that. We're on the last stretch, and I think we just got to put it together, put the engine on, and I think we're almost coming to the end. Delicious. I feel invigorated now. Fantastic. Let's keep going. But let's talk a little bit. I mean, we talk all about news and shows and things like that, but tell me more about you as a Star Wars fan. Tell me more about you as a Star Wars fan. What age? What age were you when you first saw Star Wars? I was at the age of, I think, about 10 or 11. I have 2 older brothers, and they liked Star Wars, so they were like, "Hey, you should watch this thing too." And I'm like, "Okie doke." And I watched it with them. Also, I think I just broke a piece. My God. What age were you when you first started watching Star Wars? It's a good question. I just broke something. I don't know if that's gonna ruin the whole thing, but we'll see. Some fans have only just gotten into it and only just started to watch along with Star Wars. So we're up to 22, I think. Oh, we're up to here. I saw Return of the Jedi around 7. 7, that's a very, peak. I feel like Star Wars is really amazing to a 7-year-old. That's phenomenal. 5 or 6? Yeah, there you go. There you go. So you have the VHS of the original trilogy. Fantastic. That's awesome. That's such a cool thing to have. I love it. Am I getting this? Is this the piece? Ouch. And maybe also, as Joel said as well, what was the first Star Wars thing you saw? Return of the Jedi. That's an interesting one to start with, actually. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't like purposeful. Maybe you just saw it because maybe a parent or a friend was watching it. But what was your first Star Wars movie? Oh, jeez. Oh man, these are tricky to get off. There we go. I was 5 when I saw my first Star Wars movie, and it was Attack of the Clones. There you go. That's a long one to come into, but that's a good one. Love Attack of the Clones. I'll protect Attack of the Clones with my life. I love it. Oh, okay, 1997. So is that got the remaster in it? It's not the original. It's like the original, but is it like the tampered with originals? Oh, you wanted to see Return of the Jedi first. I mean, that's fair. I feel like it spoils so much though. But I love that. I love that. I will fight anyone. That's it. Don't come at Jared coming out the Attack the Clones. I love it. I like people who are like, it's like just annoying if you're aggressively like against something in Star Wars. But if you're aggressively for something in Star Wars, fantastic. Love it. Support it all the way. So you're aggressively for Attack of the Clones. One of the longer episodes. Oh, that part is needed here. Is that needed here? It's one of the longer ones, but still very enjoyable. Iconic. Got some iconic scenes and quotes from it. I think was my favorite quote from Attack of the Clones. I mean, there's the iconic one of like, I don't like sand, but I feel like I always like the really niche quotes from the movies, like things that aren't meant to be funny. I mean, Star Wars isn't a comedy, but they're not meant to be funny, but they're just really funny. I think my favorite quote from Attack of the Clones is when Anakin jumps out of the speeder on Coruscant, and Obi-Wan says, "I hate it when he does that." I think that's my favorite quote from Attack of the Clones, to be honest. That's a good one. Okay, let's plug that in there. Great. Okay. See, I feel so good now having that bit of juice in my R2 cup. We can tackle anything now. Episode 4 was the first. Yeah, nice. Okay. So episode 4 was first. Jared, do you have a favorite quote from Attack of the Clones? And I'll open that to everyone as well. Anyone have a favorite quote of Attack of the Clones? There's many iconic ones, but is there like a niche favorite one you have? Is it in? Yes. Also, I have a favorite quote from Phantom Menace. Hang on before I say that. So, really, in my opinion, episode 5 is the best episode in all the Star Wars, but my favorite of Return of the Jedi. It's the only episode I have on Blu-ray, a Steelbook edition. There you go. I agree. I mean, Empire, I always come back to Empire. Like, if someone was just on the street, was like, hey, what's your favorite Star Wars? I'd be like, oh, Empire Strikes Back, probably. But I almost want to say Phantom Menace. If it was a Star Wars fan asked me, I would say Phantom Menace probably. Actually, I don't know why it changes about who is asking me. This is just the beginning. Dooku. That's why I'm here. Is that Obi-Wan that said that? That's why. Yeah, when he's on Camino. That's why I'm here. That whole scene confused me so much as a kid. It was like, how did this whole thing was happening and like no one knows who ordered it? I never understand it. Love the Master Kenobi. You disappoint me. Is that and that's count? That's count when Obi-Wan's like stuck in the generator thing. But this is a fun game. People just tell me Star Wars quotes. I have to guess what scene it's from. Something's about to go down. Return, Rogue One, and Revenge of the Sith in that order. That's a pretty good order. I think that might be a pretty popular top 3 for a lot of people. Sounds pretty popular. Also, this bottom half of this Millennium Falcon is looking fantastically cool. Now, what am I meant to be doing here, though? What's going down here? So I put the back on, the things on. Now it's up to 22. Oh, I need the other piece. We're actually really close. The next thing we got to do is like put it together and then put it on a little stand. Ow, wow, this is painful. Who said that before? Is this painful? Yes, it's painful. My gosh. Oh, this metal is killing me. Gee whiz, man. I did break this thing. Oh, is that the stand? Did I break the stand? Surely not. Oh, maybe I did. Oh, if I break the stand, that's so bad. I will make it legal. I love that. I want Droidicas up here at once. Oh, again, I'm going to go off my tangent of how we absolutely have to have a Neomoidian show. Like, just absolutely phenomenal characters. I love Lot Dodd. Newt Gunray. Like, we have to have a show on Neomodians. They are awesome characters. Where are we doing this? What on earth? Oh, I see. My favorite quote from Phantom Menace is when Captain Panaka is waiting at the ship while Qui-Gon's like, Mos Eisley, and Qui-Gon like uses the comlink to like call him, and Captain Panaka answers the call and he just goes, Panaka. Oh, iconic. I love that. Just the way he says it is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely fantastic. Love that line. Panaka. I kind of want to answer the phone like that, and just in my day-to-day life. What a great way to answer the phone. Panaka. You just say your name. I should actually just say my name when I answer that. RaeSide. That'd be hilarious. All right, let's give these some folds. I don't even know what part am I making here. No idea what this is. So I snapped a piece and I was hoping the piece, oh, you can't see it. This piece was meant, these two pieces were meant to be together. And I think this is actually the stand for it. So I'm hoping we can still make this little stand for the falcon. If not, we can just pop it on the wall, pop it on the wall somewhere. Oh, what did I make here? Oh, this is I am already making the stand. Okay, so this is what on earth is happening? This is where the chaos happens. What on what? Oh, did I just break something again? No, yes, something I was meant to break. Don't break. Oh, yes, that was good. Almost broke it. There's always a bigger fish. I love it. All these classic quotes. I love them. Not a quote, but how text called Obi-Wan. Oh, I love it. Isn't that amazing? I can't do it low enough. Obi-Wan. That's probably my best text. I knew that was gonna make me cough. Gee. What are we building? We are building the Millennium Falcon. I've literally been building for over an hour and a half at this point. It is the most tedious, most painful thing I've ever tried. Wow, struggle there in my life. But we're still cracking on. We're almost at the end. We're kind of at the point of putting the two pieces together, and we're gonna put it on a stand. And we're also talking about favorite quotes in movies, like a bantha, of course. Oh my gosh, Jar Jar quotes. How can we forget some quality Jar Jar quotes? You're in big doodoo this time. Oh, just iconic. Star Wars can't get any better, honestly. Like, that was peak Star Wars to me. It was peak Star Wars. Oh no, it was Captain Tarples that said it, didn't he? Jar Jar, you're in big doodoo this time. Oh, that's so awesome. I love the Phantom Menace. Okay, all right. I don't know what this circle thing is for, but we've made it. We made a circle. Okay, let's give it. I think we're going to fold. I'm just going to fold them anyway. Give it a fold and give it a fold. You say bad to do this time. Bombard General. Every time Judger is in trouble. That's iconic, isn't it? That is iconic. Okay. See, okay. Now we've got a pickle, guys. We're in a pickle. We're in a bit of doo-doo. We're in doo-doo this time. Okay. Jeez. I'll show you what's going on. So this is the stand for the ship, right? And I've snapped this thing here that we need to fold together. I've snapped that in half, but I'm hoping in some foldy fashion we can kind of try and slot it in and still it'll work, hopefully. So we fold one side. Oh, I can't believe I did that though. And I almost did it purposefully because I thought it actually had to fold that way. What on earth? Oh, right. Oh, maybe I can actually kind of salvage this. I think I can actually put it together. I love how on the packaging it says no glue required. You know what's required? They should say required. Insane amount of patience and not being on the edge and get ready to be on the edge of insanity trying to build it. That's what they should say on this packaging. Maybe I should twist these. I think I should twist them. I'm too bothered to fold. You need jaw hands. I do. Absolutely. I don't know what would have happened. If I cut myself on this, I don't know what I would have done. Like, do I stop the live? I don't know. So I'm glad that that didn't happen as well. We're almost at the end though. We're really in the home stretch. I keep saying that, but we really are. This is the little stand. We're going to put it all on. And then we just got to put it all together. So even though I was complaining that I broke a piece, I have actually just it's folded kind of together and it's actually all okay. I was making a drama out of nothing. Woo. If I can get the stand in, man. I feel like this has to be a part of the Jedi trials. This is a great show of patience if you can do this. I don't think this proves that I have patience. I think because I've been complaining this whole time. But I definitely think this is really tricky. This should be a part of the Jedi trials. Okay, wow. All that effort just to make the little stand to put it on. Whew. Now what do I do with that? Okay, that's random. So that's in. Then, what on earth? Okay. Then I have to somehow insert this bottom part. I think I should put that in first, though. It's going to be tricky. Do I do that first or this first? I think I should do this first. Oh, man. This is insane. Almost there. Panaka. So funny. Also, while we're all here, I'm in the midst of organizing a Kenobi watch-along. I made a post just getting everyone's vibes. You know, would that be a thing people would be keen for on Twitter? And a lot of people were very keen for that, especially now that Andor's been pushed back a while. I think it'll be good to kind of pass the time and just have a rewatch of Kenobi. So I'm currently just organizing how that's going to work out. How do we actually do a watch along, and how do we time it and get everyone synced up? But follow me on social medias, and I'll kind of announce it as the week goes on when we can do that. Oh gosh. But that'll be coming up because again, got a little bit of a wait now for Andor. But we'll get through it by obviously watching some Kenobi, having some fun together. So stay tuned. So if you're into watch-alongs, that'll be coming up. How on earth am I going to get this in? Oh, jeez. This part's going to take me a while, I think. Why aren't you going in? Oh man, this is oh no. Warped it. We're still going. This is taking so much concentration. Oh, I got it. Is that it? Okay, I'm going to give it a twist before any of these move. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Give it a twist. But I'm ready for an Obi-Wan rewatch. I don't know about you. I'm ready for an Obi-Wan rewatch. I rewatched it about a week after the premiere. Not the premiere, but the final episode. But I'm ready for another one. What an amount of build instructions for tiny. Right? Just I made a joke at the start how it's like this literally looks like the map to Exegol. Like that's insane. What the hell is that? Oh my god. Oh, but we're getting here. It's all for the detail. Okay. The bottom of it is on this tiny stand. It's such a tiny thing, but it's so difficult. Jeez. Now we're up here. See, we're on the final fold. Oh my gosh. Just gonna build your own lightsaber sort of merch. I wish someone can make a build your own lightsaber sort of merch. As in build the parts of a lightsaber that you could buy as merch and build your own lightsaber, or like a t-shirt that I wish someone can make a build your own lightsaber sort of merch. Is that what you mean? Like parts of a lightsaber to put together? Thank you. Thank you, Rocco. Appreciate it. Okay, all right. My insanity is, well, on a knife's edge. It is on edge at the moment. But we're almost there. Okay, keep it together, Hannah. Keep it together. So I just whacked this on. I feel like we've missed a whole section here. Oh, we have. Okay, no, yeah, it's not that part. It's this part. I was going to say, it's like there's a whole part of the ship that's still in this thing. Oof. It's terrifying ripping it out. Yeah, like the parts of a lightsaber. Yeah, so kind of what they do at Galaxy's Edge, where it's like the lightsaber depot or something, where they have like all the parts and you choose it all. That actually, really, they should like send out packs of that where you can like, should have done that during COVID. Really, send it out, build it together. That would have been awesome. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean. That would be awesome. Okay, we're almost there. We're just putting it together now, friends. We're putting it together. So you can feel like a Jedi or a Padawan building their first lightsaber. I love that. That would be such an awesome experience. I definitely think that would be so, so good. As a kid, I used to use hose parts to build my own lightsaber. Like all the little parts you put on like your hose, and they all like have these little connections and things. I'd put those together, make my own lightsaber. I would recommend. I think it was a pretty good way to do it. Oh, I just bent something really hard. Almost here. We're putting the top on now. Put the top on. My gosh, this is a long stream. So you can feel like a Padawan putting the lightsaber on. As I'm doing these last bits, I'm going to start to promo what we're doing next week. Oh my gosh, this is so difficult. As I'm looking at this next part, make sure you're around for next week, because next week on the show, we're going back to food. Now, we made some snack. Well, we taste tested some snacks in our very first live with the Obi-Wan Kenobi Pringles. But next show, we are making lightsaber pretzels. Seeing as, Jared, you were talking about lightsabers, I thought, well, you know what we're doing next week? We're making lightsabers, but edible ones out of pretzel rods and icing. And we're going to make a whole bunch of different lightsabers. And I want you there because we're not going to just make plain old generic Jedi lightsabers. We're going to make very specific ones. And I need your guys' opinions and thoughts on what lightsabers I should be making. So make sure you're around for next week for that delicious episode. I mean, I'm probably the one most looking forward to next week because it's delicious. Oh gosh, good gracious. So definitely make sure you subscribe and you got your notifications on so you know when it's going live. I tried excuse me, try to promote the show as much as I can beforehand so you know when we're going live. But make sure you got that bell on so you get that notification as soon as I go live. Oh, jeez. Okay, I don't know what this is for. Do or do not. There is no try. Of course, iconic. I'd love to get that on a shirt, actually. I gotta watch the Lego Summer Vacation. I love it. Okay. I will probably watch in the next day or two, I reckon. Next day or two. Is there Star Wars merch or memorabilia item item of my you dream of adding to your collection? Wow, I don't know why I just forgot how to read. Um I dream of adding to my collection. Actually, you know what? Yes, there is. I don't have a Star Wars helmet, and I would love Bo-Katan's helmet. I would love that. I love that paint job, and I love the coloring, and I love her helmet. Like it's like my favorite helmet of all of Star Wars. I would really, really love that helmet. That's probably my number one thing that I would love to have. I've got a pretty eclectic. I mean, this is only a portion, a small portion of what I have of Star Wars things. I've got shelves all around the house of numerous different items, but a helmet is what I do not have. So probably that. Now I'm looking at this, but I just realized I actually don't know what I'm doing. I actually don't know what I'm doing. I'm bending this. Oh, I bend it here. But yes, lightsaber pretzels sounds delicious. Clear, but it looks like a lightsaber. Oh yeah, that'd be pretty good actually too. Okay, I'm doing like the sides of like so it's like not 2D, I think. Oh no, I just broke another piece. That's okay. I'm just gonna leave that. That's fine. Come this far. Like given up at this point. I haven't given up actually, really, have I? Because I'm still going. I'm meant to bend that. That'll do. Somewhere in this mess of metal is what I'm meant to bend out of here. Jeez. It's still only the afternoon here in Australia. It's actually shaping up to be a delightful day. But it's getting late in America. So again, if you're from the US, thank you for joining. If you're from elsewhere, let me know where you're from. And hopefully you're having a good day or evening as well. This is really intense. My hands are in so much pain. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, that was intense. Okay, so this is the other side of the falcon. This, oh, I just did the same break. Same break. Katie Sokoff, Fido's got her own. I love following her on social media. She is super fun. She's great actress. But yeah, I saw she got her own helmet, which is so cool. And it's so funny that she's like she's such a fan of her character just as much as like we are. That's like really cool to see. Um, it shows there's so much love, and like I think it comes across. And I think that's what makes those characters so believable and fantastic. And it was so amazing to see her jump from obviously voice acting into live action. That was awesome to see. And she did an amazing Bo-Katan. Obviously, she knows the character well. Voiced her for many seasons of Clone Wars to then jump into live action Bo-Katan. But yeah, her acting style just really suits Bo-Katan as well. She just seems like Bo-Katan. Do you think Mando's gonna design his armor in the future to look like Bo-Katan and the other clans? I don't think so. I think he might zhuzh up his own design. Oh no, we've got a bit of lag on the action cam. Oh no, action cam. I think he'll zhuzh up his design maybe in season 3, but I don't think he's going to make it look like Bo-Katan. I don't know if that's going to happen. But maybe some coloring, different colorings or something a bit more interesting. I hope to see that because what clan is he from again originally? Deathwatch. Oh, he's Deathwatch, right? I guess hers is. Oh no, hers is Cries. Corky. I hope we see Corky in anything. I was hoping to see Corky in Obi-Wan. Imagine. Corky cries. Jeez. Come on, buddy. Whew. Yeah, I definitely think maybe he'll base it off what he already has. Obviously, the Mudhorn symbol. Absolutely. Rocket, off to work, but are you streaming and a watch party? Not a watch party, but immediately as soon as the episode finishes, as soon as it drops, I will be live on here. So more of like just a post-episode debrief of each episode, and obviously the premiere is going to be a long one. So yeah, you come along here as soon as, like, literally I'm going to watch it as soon as it drops, and so as soon as the episode finishes, you can come here and we'll have a bit of a debrief, because I find that, like, sometimes you want to focus when the episode's going, but then why did the camera suddenly flip? There we go. It's there we go. Oh, have we got some echo? Oh no! Look at that. How's our cam going? But yes, as soon as it drops, we're doing watch-alongs here. What is happening? Oh no, our action cam has died on us, I think. Action cam, are you alive? I think that's the end of action cam for today's show. That's okay. We're so close to finishing. That's so funny. We're so incredibly close to finishing. So yes, straight after Andor drops, come here and watch a live stream. I'll be going live straight away and debriefing each episode that comes out. What on earth is happening here? Give this a twist. One last twist. I like the guys in the chat that are obsessed with Kylo Ren. That's really funny. Kylo more like Swallow Ren. Okay. I'm putting like the thrusters on here. Thank you, Rocket. Thank you so much for joining us. Stay Star Warsy. I love it. That's a great catchphrase. Stay Star Warsy, Rocket. Have a great rest of your week. We'll catch you next time for our lightsaber pretzels. Have a great day on night. Thank you, Ben Swallow. Iconic. See you later. Rock. Okay, I think I'm actually putting it together now. I think we're actually here. I think we're actually at the end officially. Then we do these last ones, putting the top together. Oh no, it isn't that. I've got to put the sides on. Oh no, are you serious? I thought it was the finish. What on earth could be left on these wrangled things? What on earth? Oh. Almost there. Oh, I did not expect the stream to be so long today. We've had many chats today, haven't we? Many discussions. Always love talking Star Wars with you guys. It's been awesome. I'm meant to do the circle or the thing? No, the circle. Come on. I am creating the drama. I just realized, yeah, because you can't see it on action cam anymore. So you're just guessing. You're just watching my face strain at trying to get this metal out. It's like, look how wrangled I've made this. And there's still like the tiny circle I need. That's the circle I need to finish this thing. And then we can do the final reveal. Oh, almost there. I'm kind of doing the side. I guess it's the kind of the docking port, I think is what we would call it. The docking port of the Falcon. I'm kind of doing those parts now. Ooh, this is a fiddly part, especially when I just want to finish it. I just want it to be done. This is fiddly. I'm creating the suspense. Ooh. It's almost done. Just got to do this docking bay. But it's together. It's in one piece. Which is, I mean, for me at this point is incredible. Here I was thinking this tiny model would take me a very short amount of time to create. But what a journey we have been on today. Again, this is not the usual show. I'm a lot more talkative usually, but this has been an experience and a half to get to this point. Next week, we're going to be doing some cooking. Well, not really cooking, but I guess it's crafting with food, I'll call it. So join along for next week's show. That's going to be chaos from the get-go, making lightsaber themed pretzels, using pretzels and icing and making a delicious Star Warsy snack. How on earth did these go on? Oh, I see. So make sure you are here for that. I don't know if I've done this right. Okay. I think we're finished. I think somehow, by some amazing thing, we are finished. Oh my word. All that. Oh, it is ever so delicate. Something just fell. That's okay. We're going to keep going from there. Ever so delicate. Here we are. We have the wrangled little cockpit there. We've got the dish, the sonar dish. And what have we got the back here? We've got the thrusters, obviously all metal. There we have it, folks. 2 hours and 20 minutes. What a show. Thank you all for sticking with me for so long. Let's pop it up on the shelf very carefully. I'm so scared of dropping this thing. Let's pop it up here next to my Plo Koon Starfighter. Oh, my word. Can we see that there? Let's pop it there. There you go. Oh, boy. My gosh, that was intense. I've wrangled these pieces of metal. It's funny how these two tiny sheets made that thing. That was very intensive. Yeah, thank you so much for joining. What a what a show. What a show. Always a pleasure spending time talking Star Wars. I enjoy learning new things from you and everyone in the chat. Absolutely. Because as much as I'm here talking, we got everyone in the chat. Sevilla, Dave, Caleb, Joel, Jared, we've Rocker earlier. Amazing people here along for the ride. It's been fantastic. Thank you, Jared. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Joel. That was see, look how tiny it is on the shelf, though. It is so tiny. But we did it. We did it. Absolutely. That my hands are gonna be a little sore for a little while, but there was no blood. There was no bloodshed. So happy about that. But that was the Millennium Falcon build. Thank you, ILM, for inspiring me to do that. But also, I don't think I'll make another one of those metal things again because that was very labor intensive. But again, this was a very long show, but next week, maybe it'll be just as long. We don't know, but make sure you are here. Make sure you subscribe. You've got your notifications all on. Next week, we are doing lightsaber pretzels. Be there live to comment your favorite lightsaber I should be making, because we're not going to make generic ones. We're going to make legit looking lightsabers live, same time, 7 p.m. PST, 10 p.m. EST, and that's midday here in Australia on a Tuesday. Again, thank you all for joining. It's been phenomenal. Go check me out over on social media. And if you like, thank you. It's the most difficult piece of stuff. I thank you. I appreciate that, because that was insane. Good 2 hours. That was like a solid 2 hours I was doing that for. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Again, make sure you subscribe. If you've already done that, maybe recommend it to a friend. I know sharing can kind of be embarrassing to be like, share on your social media. If you don't want to share it, recommend it to a friend. By 1 month of this channel, which is going to be next week, by 1 month, I want to have 100 subscribers. That is my goal. We're at 85 last time I checked. Might have gone up. But that my goal is to get 100 in a month. That is our goal we're going to do together with you guys. And I can only do it from you guys. Looking forward to it. Have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much. Great dialogue. All, yes, great chats, everyone with the chat as well. But yeah, stay tuned. We're gonna be making some delicious things next week. It's gonna be lots and lots of fun. And like I said, we've got a stellar August and September already. Literally to the end of September, we have all planned. I've planned every week so far, so we've got amazing, exciting, interesting things. Everything is going to be making something different every week. It's going to be a food, a craft, a picture, a something Star Warsy, and stronger together. Love it. And again, even though I do lots of planning, I am open for requests or suggestions of what I should make on the show. It could be food, it could be anything creative and Star Warsy themed. So definitely recommend anything. I had Sevilla suggested. Did you suggest something? I'm trying to think. I'm blanking on who suggested something to me the other week, and it was a fantastic suggestion. So yeah, just DM me on Instagram or Twitter with any ideas you want to see on the show. But with that, I'll start to wrap up. I hope you guys have a fantastic, really, really great week ahead of you. Hopefully this has put you on the right foot for your Monday. And I will see you guys more Star Wars impressions, lol. Just impression show. But as for this week, have a great rest of the week. Enjoy some Star Wars. You'll hear soon where you can get your invitation to the Obi-Wan Kenobi watch along we're going to do in preparation for Andor. But as for now, thank you so much, everyone. And as always choose the RaeSide. What you all still doing here? You're all still sitting here. That was the end screen. You're still here. Oh my god. I'm kidding. We're actually going now. I'll see you next time.